All right, so let's rock and roll. Thank you everyone for coming to our Cosmic 2024 year in review. I've put together a slide deck for us to go through. We're going to keep it fairly short and sweet. I'll go through just sort of kind of the main highlights of what we shipped this year, what we can look forward to in the coming 2025 year of shipping for Cosmic, and then also just kind of open up any questions you guys might have, any feedback that we can kind of talk about on the call. So this is sort of an exclusive customers only call. So we didn't announce it publicly, but we invited our customers to come and check this out. If you guys have time to come and take a look and interact with us, that's kind of the nature of this. So feel free if you guys have any questions. And you want to jump in even during the presentation. I'm happy to sort of take questions as we're kind of going through it. Yeah, thanks for joining us. So let's jump in. So for this year, some of the big things that we shipped were based around sort of building out the core feature sets. Up until this point, we've had a lot of great developments as far as building out a great dashboard. We shipped our version 2 dashboard the prior year and have just really been iterating around making sure our dashboard experience and sort of the tools that we give developers and content creators were amazing. And then the start of 2024, we said, why not really go the next step and provide some of these tools to enable developers to deliver content to powerful websites and applications powered by Cosmic. And so that's kind of where the idea for blocks came about. And then the next steps of that was why not bring in some AI workflows into the dashboard and content development workflow. And that's kind of where we went to with Cosmic Intelligence. We continue to improve our JavaScript SDK and ability to deliver content via our CDN, as well as do media updates as well for that. So I'll go over some of those new features available with the SDK. And then also our Cosmic Chrome extension, which was a cool way to sort of bridge the gap between your deployed application and the Cosmic dashboard. We have made a lot of dashboard updates as far as just workflow enhancements, some nice media updates, and I'll go over those. And then just some things to kind of show some love for our customers. We've got a showcase page that we developed to kind of show off some of the cool features, some of the cool use cases being developed out there from our customers, and as well as our new referral program, which can provide some nice benefits if you want to share your own referral codes and earn rewards. That's now also available, and that was recently released about a couple weeks ago. So, all right, so let's get started with just a little intro about myself. So, if you're not familiar with me, I'm Tony Spiro, the CEO at Cosmic. This is a picture of me in Lake Tahoe, where I like to spend some time doing hiking, as well as either in the summertime or wintertime. This is about 3 hours away from where I live in the East Bay, San Francisco area. But I grew up in Los Angeles, California. I studied music and composition, drums specifically, so lots of jazz music and kind of classical, as well as more funk and rock stuff. I've been very immersed in from a young age. After graduating from music school, I performed all over the world with various bands. Settled in Texas for a bit there, and sort of got a little tired of being on the road with different bands and said, wouldn't it be nice to just sit at home and build cool software? And so I kind of got a little obsessed with building out websites and applications. And that kind of led me into a career building websites using WordPress. And if you're familiar with the WordPress experience, maybe about 10 or so years ago, it was a great tool for content management systems. I hit a lot of these pain points along the way, working at different design agencies, and said, wouldn't it be nice to be able to have an API to deliver content and a simple dashboard to manage unlimited projects? And so Cosmic was born out of that pain point that I had as an engineer working on a lot of different projects at various agencies. And so I founded Cosmic in 2016 and got a lot of interest from various engineers, early engineers at Stripe, became angel investors, and they were also working with different YC companies. They were affiliated with YC and their alumni network, and so they encouraged us to apply to Y Combinator. We got in the winter of 2019. After being rejected the first time, we we actually applied the second time late and then got in kind of by the skin of our teeth, and then did the program, and then I ended up moving to the San Francisco Bay Area, and we've just been basically growing the company ever since. Just talking to customers, shipping software, shipping new features, improvements, bug fixes, all of that, assembling a great team of engineers and designers, and Jeff joined us this year as our account executive. So thank you for jumping on board, Jeff, and we're excited to continue to iterate, help our customers get the most value out of Cosmic. A little about myself: when I'm not building digital projects, working on Cosmic, you can find me playing drums and piano and guitar, doing a little bit of outdoor adventures, hiking, surfing, etc. And you want to learn more, go ahead and follow me on X. Real quick, Jeff, can you tell me, does this look okay on your screen? Do I need to make it any bigger, or is it okay as far as like viewing the text?
Looks good for me. I mean, that text is a little small, but
Can we go
I think
maybe a couple sizes bigger? Is that better?
like that.
Cool. Okay. Thank you. All right, so let's talk about the Cosmic mission. So our aim is to build the best CMS in the world. There's a lot out there. We understand the market has quite a few options, so we're really happy that you chose to get on our journey. We are dedicated to building the best content management experience for content editors and also the most powerful tools for engineers to build really great products, because that's kind of in my DNA. I love building great software for teams to help their marketing team, their content editors, really streamline their process, make it easier for them to do their best work, as well as giving engineers kind of unlimited possibilities for building great products using our platform. So our mission is to make the development process faster and easier for teams of developers and content editors, and also make products people truly love. I'm kind of a geek when it comes to software and hardware, really. So I love kind of take a lot of inspiration from some of the best products in the space, whether it's like Apple's beautiful technology that they develop, or Tesla, or some of the new AI types of implementations. I really believe that technology is transformative for your life to make it better, faster, easier, whatever you need to get done. And so really excited to be on this journey to help others use software to build and really enjoy their life however they want to be, as creative as possible, and leverage our platform to make that possible for them. So, all right. So along with kind of that ethos of let's build great software together, there's been a lot of developments in the ecosystems of open source software. And so we kind of planted our flag into how to deliver content to the world, right? So we kind of started with a dashboard to create content and API tools to deliver content to any website or application. But then once you get to that point, it's like, okay, where do you go from there to like actually build the features that you want using Cosmic? And so we decided, let's build our own UI library. So our user interface library, we call blocks, is a way to build whatever you want with Cosmic. And a lot of the times we saw a lot of the same features being built out with our from our customers. We see a lot of marketing websites. We see a lot of blogs and landing pages and image galleries and basically anything that you can see on a website. We wanted to be able to offer that as its own block, so you can just sort of custom build out your features, and have something that's sort of ready-made to give you a good start into your application development process. So if you go to the blocks.cosmicjs.com website, you'll notice that we've got a lot of options here for like landing pages, We've got a comments capability to go along with a blog. So I'll just sort of click around and show you guys. If you haven't checked this out, it's definitely something to try out. And it can get you really from 0 to 1 on your application within a minute or so. You'll have a lot of these features ready-made, and also a lot of them come pre-built with some of the things that you would normally have to build out yourself, like the draft preview functionality or pagination, which can be kind of a slog sometimes. If you're having to do a lot of calculations, it's not not the easiest experience. And so all of this stuff is like really streamlined to make some of these very popular features and implementations easy to do. Localization is really easy, with this way of developing. And so, it's a bit of an opinionated way of building these things out, right? It's using JavaScript, it's using React, it's using Next.js, Tailwind CSS, but we're seeing these tools in the marketplace as what we would like to encourage our customers to be using. That doesn't mean that, Astro isn't great. That doesn't mean Vue and Nuxt isn't great as well. This is just sort of our first stab at saying, like, here's kind of like an end-to-end implementation that you can do using this specific framework. So if you have any feature requests or if you have any ideas on, different tools you'd like to see us use, we'd love to hear it and consider it. So kind of going over some of these other implementations, not only can you deliver content using Cosmic and using blocks, but you can also upload and add content to your Cosmic projects, right? So we've got this file uploader, which makes it really easy to just install this into your application. If you're doing something that requires user-generated content, we've got the comments block here as well to kind of show you how that can be implemented. Maybe within your within your comments block, you wanted to add a file upload. That's something that can be done by taking these two and combining them. We also recently released a user management block, and this is a really cool way to just sort of drop in a user management system into your application. Something that would maybe take hours, days, weeks or so to develop. We've done it, and you can install it within a simple command. So this to us is something that was the missing link between a fantastic headless CMS that we offer and some of these like UI features that we wanted to see really streamlined for our customers as far as like the adding the head, so to speak, to their headless CMS application, right? So going through these, you'll see a lot of common things that you can build out: image galleries, image carousels, really sort of built to specs for light mode and dark mode and mobile and optimizations. So just something that we're excited about, using the best tools out there for building highly optimized, great experiences for our end users. And so that's kind of what we've done with this blocks library that's been available since the start of this year. So going over this slide here, blocks are pre-built website components you can drop into your project. Just to keep in mind, these are fantastic features that are built using Next.js, using Tailwind CSS, so it is a bit opinionated, but we do believe that this is some great developments in web development. So we'd love to see you guys use it. React server components, Tailwind CSS, TypeScript, it's all type safe ready, and it's using Next.js. If you want to check out some of the templates available, we've got the agency website template, which has all of these features available to check out. So you've got kind of your blocks already on here. We've got the e-commerce. This is a big one as well, as far as like building on an e-commerce solution connected with Stripe. Makes it really simple to just add a checkout experience for any product that you're building. So this is all like literally a command away from your application. If you're building with Next.js, you just drop this in and you have this e-commerce solution ready to go. We did also add uh, the user management recently into this template. So that's ready to check out whenever you guys want to kind of see all of this live in action. As well as this podcast network application that we built to show off maybe something that's a little bit more of like an application that you would see, like a service around an entertainment website, right? So maybe something like Rumble, if you're familiar with kind of how that's set up. We did take a little bit of design inspiration from that, as you can see. And yeah, same thing here. We have the login, sign up. You can have your own personalization, which you can follow channels and have your own live feed, right? So just sort of thinking through different use cases, maybe a little further outside of the box with what a CMS has traditionally done. You would see CMS with marketing websites, WordPress, and it kind of goes back to my past of trying to put square pegs in round holes with a WordPress installation where maybe a company wanted to have something a little bit more interactive or user-generated content. And we would say, okay, we can kind of use this blogging software to Frankenstein in some sort of like, user interactions. But with a headless CMS, the sky is the limit. So you have a lot of possibilities for basic, CRUD-based applications: create, read, update, delete. You can, create your own, user. I wonder if this will actually work. Let me see. I think I do have an account here. Maybe I don't. But anyway, so you'd be able to log in and have your own live feed and create that personalization that maybe is missing from, some of the old blogging software of, 10 years ago or something. Like, we're in a new age. This is, user interaction is almost like, table stakes for websites nowadays. So we make it really easy to do that. And especially with blocks where it's just sort of plug and play. So if you want to learn more about blocks, go ahead and check out the blog post that was written. Some of the stuff is a little outdated as far as the features that are available. We've expanded this quite a bit, but it kind of gives you an idea of what the benefits are. Performance optimization out of the box, and just some of the niceties of TypeScript and Next.js, and the new React Server components. So, all right, next up. Cosmic intelligence. So, along with delivering our content to the end users, there's a lot of challenges to a new software where maybe you're not so familiar with how to model content or how to deliver content. Documentation, having beautiful docs, that's also like table stakes when it comes to uh, a great software solution. Our documentation is amazing. We've spent a lot of time to make it easy to use and intuitive. We offer a lot of examples. Our JavaScript SDK is very intuitive as well. You can kind of see how to fetch your content and get it into your application using various use cases. But there is a lot of edge cases that we can cover better, that maybe is a more of a challenging thing to do in documentation, or maybe there's some things that we hadn't quite thought about how to quite put into the docs that maybe is something maybe a customer would like to be able to do, and they don't quite know how to do it or even how to find it in our docs. This is where artificial intelligence comes into play, and I see this as a really exciting way for developers to learn how to use new software. Documentation can be a bit much or a bit of a challenge. I think I'm going to take a quick look into our dashboard here to show you, what does this look like in our, Cosmic CMS dashboard? Well, we've done a lot of work to provide sort of these API tools so you can see, how to implement Cosmic using various methods. But like I mentioned, AI is a great way to teach users how to use your tools, right? So that's kind of our thinking around this was let's provide another layer of education to help customers find what they need to find and build what they need to build. And so that's kind of the idea behind this. And so we kind of went a little hog wild, honestly, on like where we can develop like AI features and help, customers get the most out of our platform. And it really it was fun to build these out, but not just fun, but it was also very challenging. And we wanted to make sure it was sort of focused on adding user value. And so that's really what we went after was where can we add the most value? And so we focused mainly on creating AI generated text. So if you're doing like maybe lorem ipsum, a lot of customers maybe are starting out like with a prototype, they're building something out, but they need to have like filler content. Instead of going to another website and getting lorem ipsum or writing your own text, that can be very time consuming. This is a great way to just sort of add some quick text, and I'll show you really quick what that looks like. So if I were to add a new slide here, so I want to add some new generated text. Let's say I want to, uh, I'll just take one of these. So write a press release for an AI startup funding round, include images from Unsplash. So really, it's a couple clicks away from just adding some really good filler text that you could just drop into your application, into Cosmic. So just simple insert, and you're good to go with some filler text, which is laid out fairly well to make it seem like real content, right? So great prototyping tool, also great for maybe summarization if you want to summarize, right? So we've got a lot of great text capabilities. Maybe for like SEO if you want to create like a quick description. So really handy tool for kind of dealing with text. Another cool feature is the AI generated images. So if you wanted to check that out, you go to your media area and you click add media, and you can generate really any image that you can think of. So we'll try this hotel suite image. Um, this is using OpenAI DALL-E 3 under the hood. We may consider other models, making it so that you can maybe choose between different models that are maybe uh, um, uh, more geared towards like, different types of images. So this is a hotel suite. King size bed looks very luxurious. I would love to stay in this room. And note that this is only going to be available for 1 hour. That's kind of the limitation with the API with DALL-E 3 is that they let you have it for an hour. We didn't want to just add the images into your projects. I think it's better to have that consent just so you don't sort of add a lot of images to increase your usage. I think it's nice to have it be opt-in. But yeah, you can save the image and then or you can iterate on it if you'd like it to maybe make it purple with New York city skyline. So we'll see how that does. So yeah, that's kind of the image features that we have with our Cosmic Intelligence. You also have the ability to look at previous chats as well if you want to go back. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. All right. So next, let's see, what do we have for AI? Automatically translating content. This one is really cool if you've got localization that you'd like to, in a single click, be able to translate content between languages. That's also available on all accounts that have localization. You can also automatically add image alt text. So for our new images here, let's go ahead and add some alt text just so that we have good accessibility. So you can do multi-select and do edit alt text. And you can actually generate alt text for all of these images that are selected. Luxurious bedroom with purple tones, elegant bedding, cozy chairs. Seems about right. Looks good. Confirm. And so that's been saved now to both of these images. All right. Next up, we have using AI to generate content models. This one is really cool. I've recently been putting out some examples of this. I did an Airbnb clone of the landing page. So like this is really neat to try this out. If you have any design or any like screenshot um, that you have that you'd like to maybe just quickly create a model of what is available on the page. That's something that's capable within um, our Cosmic Intelligence object type feature. So uh, I'll go ahead and delete this one for now. Let me delete that. Okay, so let's say I wanted to create a model for this screenshot that I took. So I took a screenshot of the Airbnb homepage, and if I feed this into Cosmic Intelligence and I ask it, let's see. So I'm probably going a little faster. So to check out the object modeling capabilities, go ahead and go to this plus in your sidebar for object types, and you can click generate. And we've got a few examples here that you can use to generate the AI content model, which are great to get started. I want to try this media for reference here and just sort of show you guys what it looks like when you add a screenshot and you just ask it to create an object type with the uh, from this screenshot. Let's see. I want to be a little bit more specific. Create a properties. All right. So now that will take that screenshot and kind of slice it up into the different areas that it sees, like text or images or numbers, and it will just create this model here, which is pretty handy to just get started with this JSON object. You can kind of review all of these and see if it works or not. You can, ask it to make any adjustments. If it looks good, you click Get Started with this object type, and it will immediately populate location name, state, beach name. It has the required validation as well. Number of nights, check-in date, price, guest favorite. This looks pretty good. Image gallery and amenities. Cool. So you just click save and you're good to go. So yeah, that's really handy, especially if you're kind of getting started, maybe between design and front end implementation. You want to just quickly create a model. That's great for just like, immediately just adding it into Cosmic using that screenshot. Okay, so that's the AI content model generation. This is also really handy. I found so the missing piece between a headless CMS and the front end, having great documentation, like I mentioned before, that can only get you so far. There's a lot of maybe edge cases that you're wondering how to do this or that. So this has been hugely helpful, especially some of the demos that I've been doing as far as just getting started quickly with implementation of your content, right? So let's say I go into my my Airbnb example, and I wanted to be able to implement uh, this into a website. How would I go about doing that? Well, I could go and look at the API tools and kind of custom build my own code. But wouldn't it be great if we just had an AI feature where we can just say, create a Next.js website page and use the Cosmic JavaScript SDK to display the content. So now this will grab these props from this endpoint, and it will create the steps for you to implement this into your application. It's really smart. So like you can ask it a lot of different variations on if it's a mobile app, iOS, Android, or if you want to use Astro or a simple front end implementation using JavaScript. It also types it all out for you If it doesn't, you can always ask it to. Sometimes it's not always going to be consistent, right? It's not deterministic in that way, but it is absolutely helpful. If you are missing something, you can ask it, I'd like to get the types from this, please. And always be kind to your AI. You never know when they're going to take over. But always say please and thank you, and then they'll give you whatever you need. And so that's kind of the nature of this implementation here is how do you get this content where you need it to go quickly? And this has been a huge improvement as far as like the time to development using our API and our available tools. So check it out. It's awesome. I love using it. So yeah, that's the Cosmic Intelligence AI API chat. Another cool feature is getting insights into PDFs and spreadsheets. So if you do have like a lot of I wonder what this is. Is this embarrassing? Oh, this is a menu. So this is a local Italian restaurant that we frequent. And it's you got a lot of text here, right? So this is all text based. So if you have a PDF which has text that you'd like to interact with, you can ask I have $100 to spend. What's the most I can get? Uh, this is probably maybe I'm getting a little hungry now. But what's what are some good dishes I can get for a family of so this will actually read the PDF. If you've got a spreadsheet, it'll read the spreadsheet data, and you can interact with this as well, which is really cool. This is handy. So look, it even saved me about $23. So yeah, a cool feature that maybe is not necessarily quite front and center, but it's available there for all media. You can chat with the AI. Another analyze the composition for images. You can also pick stuff out. So describe what you see in this image. So Airbnb rental site, right? So it pulls through like kind of that image vision as well. So you can do that there. Okay, cool. So some cool demos there to check out. If you want to learn more, go ahead and go to the blog post announcement for Cosmic Intelligence. We've got some nice videos there to go over as well. But all of these features are available for all plans, so you can go ahead and check them out. All right. Next up, we've got some nice dashboard updates. Thank you everyone for your feedback, and we've done a lot as far as like improving workflows as well as adding new features based on a lot of feedback that we get from customers. So thank you again for that. So here's some of the improvements that we made to the dashboard. We now have a multimedia meta field, so you can upload multiple images at once and create image galleries quickly and easily. And that's been really handy uh, for us as far as like some of these demonstrations that we're doing with our with alt text as well as like kind of images in modeling. It just makes for a better experience for when you're doing a lot of these like multimedia type of examples. So I've definitely been using this a lot. Our image cropper is fantastic too. You can go ahead and check this out on any image, being able to crop your images. It's been pretty handy. So you can create a new image based on that crop. Yeah, improved contextual search. That's been really handy for just kind of limiting your search. Instead of searching your entire project, you can just search specific object types or media. Sorting by media is really handy as well. This is available both in the dashboard as well as in the API. So you can, let's say, filter by price or some other metadata within your object type. Cosmic Pages has been really handy if you want to share your content with your team, and they may or may not have a Cosmic account, but you'd like to just go ahead and send them the the view of it and get some feedback on it. So that's something you can do by just publishing to web with this feature. And this makes it easy to just share this content outside of Cosmic without having to really do any development, right? You have all of your kind of media gallery, some of the data points that are there, the content. So I imagine next steps on this, we would probably, consider some sort of commenting feature, I think, on this one. So we'll talk about sort of our roadmap for 2025 in a bit, but that's kind of where this is at now. Light mode, dark mode, sharing, sharing as well, copy link, share to various social platforms. All right, so that's Cosmic Pages. We've also got a lot more integrations. I showed you blocks and like the e-commerce, the Stripe integration that we now have, deployment options, and also kind of like focusing on like these like narrow use cases for like SEO fields you want to add to your content or comments, things like that. Really handy integrations that are available in your dashboard under extensions, so you can see all of the new available integrations there. All right, next up, JavaScript SDK updates. So we've got an API that is fairly unique, right? We've got an API that includes the ability to have props, meaning that you can sort of custom create your data payload, which is something that, that's the promise of GraphQL. But what we've done, we've taken the best parts of GraphQL and put them into our REST API. So you can use props to indicate exactly what you want your data payload design to look like, right? So with the release of the JavaScript SDK v1.2, you can use graph style syntax to declare your API response properties. The shape you request is the shape you get, right? So this is really cool. I love using this. It's very intuitive. It's also a big improvement on our old props style syntax, which included dot notation. So you'll see like, metadata.image.imgix URL. Now you can kind of create that more elegantly within this type of design. And you can actually play with that on the actual dashboard. So if you look at the API tools, you have this available here now. So you can say, okay, I wanted to, just pinpoint like slide title out of this. Okay, let me just wrap this in slide title, and then I have it there. So makes it easy to kind of see how that looks. You can also view the endpoint, slide title. All right. So that was the improvement on this kind of prop style syntax. Additional media data is now available. So alt text is now available as well as dimensions. You can get both of those using the options method. So you'll notice on the SDK, you have this dot notation options, and then media props is now available there for sending, delivering the alt text, the width and the height for your media. And that looks like this, where you have imgix and then alt text, width and height. So you can go to the JavaScript SDK blog post. This changelog kind of goes over some of the details with these improvements. All right, next up, we have the Cosmic Chrome extension. This one was cool because it kind of gives you another kind of out in the wild ability to connect from your application into the dashboard. So this is available for all Chrome users. Looks like we've got 12 users on there now. So haven't heard any complaints yet. So basically, it's really simple. It's really just the ability to add links back to your dashboard. And so I'll show you what that looks like with this Cosmic Podcast example. So to enable the Chrome extension, after you install it, do all the steps to install it to your Chrome, you click on this Cosmic button, and then you add your bucket slug, and then you save, and then now you're in edit mode. And so you can basically go to um, uh, any of the pieces of content that have the extension enabled, and you can click directly into the dashboard to edit that piece of content. So makes it really streamlined for your content editors. If you wanted to just, tell them to enable this feature, and then anywhere they go within your application, they'll be able to just say, oh, I want to update this text here, and then you can just, enable that, and then it goes directly to that piece of content. So I really streamlined that, from delivered application to the Cosmic dashboard without having to do kind of maybe more of a cumbersome like search for cooking. If they do a lot of work on the application or on the website, it would be handy for them to have that instant link. So that's kind of the thinking behind this. Okay, so if you do want to turn it off, that's also good to know. If you don't want to see all those blue links around, you can just do edit mode off, and then you're back to normal. All right, let me close out some of these tabs real quick so we're not going too crazy with tabs. All right, so that's the Chrome extension. Go ahead and go into the docs to learn more about how this works. Down here on the bottom, the other resources area has this blocks extension, and how to install it and how to use it. All right, next we have the showcase page. So thank you to all of our customers for building amazing products. We get excited when we see it out in the wild, and so we created a page to show off some of the ones that we've seen come up. So this one is an artist in Spain, I believe in Spain. This is in Spain. And then yeah, really cool artwork, beautiful case for using Cosmic to upload media and display it on a simple website. We've got the Eastman Music Company, powered by Cosmic, beautiful musical instruments. So another good case for media on a modern web application. All right, so yeah, check them out on the under resources. You can go to showcase. And if you want to add yours, let me know. Would love to get you added to the list here of beautiful Cosmic powered websites. All right. And our referral program. So we recently released our referral program to kick back some rewards to our customers who refer their friends and family over to us. So check out the blog post to learn about this. So basically the deal is you go into your dashboard and you can create your own referral codes, share them with your friends, and then once they sign up, you see it here under total signups, and then when they do upgrade, you'll get a credit kickback that you can use for any product in Cosmic. And they also get $100 in the kickback. So once they upgrade, then they also get a credit. So win-win, give 100, get 100. All right, go ahead and check that out on the blog post. And then finally, for 2025, what is on the roadmap? Well, thank you everyone for helping make 2024 a big year for us. We shipped a lot of badass features, in my opinion, and a lot of cool advancements in the headless CMS space. We're kind of on the leading edge of it, and we're proud to do that. We want to build cool software with you guys, and we'd love to get your feedback. Some of these are pieces of feedback that we get from our customers, and so keep it coming. Firstly, commenting on different parts of the dashboard, I think would be helpful for team collaboration. That's something that we have been sort of developing internally and figuring out what's the best way to do that. Another feature we've had some of our customers mention is subfolders. A lot of websites that have a lot of media, it would be handy to have the ability to sort of nest them into folders for better organization. So we understand that that's sort of a pain point and something that we're working on. We're gonna work through this year. AI workflow improvements, like I showed you in the Cosmic Intelligence API chat. We do see an opportunity to kind of make that even more streamlined between, designing a feature, looking at the screenshot, building out the model, developing the code, and shipping it to where it needs to go. There's some opportunities there that we see, as well as API improvements for better design of our API, um, the graphs, the excuse me, props, graph syntax is something that we see as a big improvement on the design of our API, and we're looking to improve that and streamline it even further, and also consider maybe some AI enhanced content creation and delivery would be really cool to think through like how we can best add value to delivering content and using AI to maybe help with some of the capabilities and the features that you want to see live in your application, right? So to kind of stay on top of all of that, I recommend that you look at our change log. It's located under our blog as a filter here, so you can kind of see some of these updates that we've recently made, and also stay in touch with us via our features request page. This is a handy way to just sort of put something in our in our roadmap and also vote upvote or downvote any of these features that you think would be handy, that maybe already have been recommended to us or suggested to us. um, and that's pretty much it. So everyone, thank you so much for joining the 2024 wrap up. Cheers to a great year, and we love to have you a part of our mission to make Cosmic the best CMS in the world. And if you have any uh, feedback or questions you want to either mention now, or you can put it into our feature request page. We also have our Discord community, which you can go ahead and add any of your uh, any questions or comments or bug reports. This is also a good way to kind of notify us about something that's maybe a bug that others might be aware of as well. So it's a great area to sort of communicate around different use cases or things that you'd like to see in Cosmic. So between these two areas, that's where I'd recommend adding some of your suggestions for 2025. So yeah, that's pretty much a wrap. So does anybody have any questions or any comments about what we shipped or maybe what we are looking to ship next year?
Tony, we do have one question in the chat. I don't know if you
Okay.
want to pull it up or I can read it for you.
Yeah, can you go ahead and read it?
Yep. So, question: the AI IDP feature for PDFs is really cool and useful. Is the only way to interact with it via the chat and the media folder? And are there future plans to include it with the API?
Ah, cool. I love that. The comment probably came before we got to this slide. So yeah, that's definitely something we're considering. That would be really handy. So yeah, that's something we'll consider for sure. Yeah, great suggestion. Cool. Um, any other comments, Jeff? Anything in the chat?
No, that's it. And everything I was gonna kind of add in, you covered, but I'll just add in again for everyone that watches this later on. Definitely join the Discord, and definitely take advantage of the referral program. And also, I just say I'm happy to be a part of the team, and also congrats, Tony, to you and the rest of the team for all the awesome work done in 2024.
Thank you, Jeff. Yeah, great to have you on the team, and we're going to continue to tag team customer outreach and value that we can add, and any other account service we can do to make sure that our customers are happy with the system. And yeah, thank you guys for jumping on with us, and can't wait to ship more awesome things next year. So let's go. All right, guys.
Uh,
All right, thank you. Bye bye, everyone.